personal struggles with the justice system, as well as improvements that he feels need to be made for prisoner rights. He says, and I quote, "Like many who are currently incarcerated, I was a victim of a miscarriage of justice carried out by an untruthful officer as determined by the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office and an unfair judge. The ordeal cost me my most precious commodity, my freedom. I served 5 months. With the help of friends and the intervention of the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, I was released on bail this past April and was able to resume my life also." So he's standing firm behind, what he started in jail while he was incarcerated, and being very vocal about prison reform and improving prisoners' rights. Good look for Meek Mill. It's that time of year when magazines are starting to lots of celebrities and entertainers on the covers of their magazines with holiday editions. No different with magazines in other countries as well. So make sure that you look for GQ Mexico, where Kourtney Kardashian and her ass graces the cover of the latest edition of GQ Mexico. It's all out there, too. It's all out there. Earlier this year, Lee Daniels and Dame Dash, they got into a little, I don't know what you want to call it, at an event that Lee Daniels happened to be at, and Dame showed up. And they were very vocal about was it a film? I think it was a film, a movie.
Yep.
Movie that they went in on, and settlement, some money that didn't get paid to Dame. Well, they have settled their $5 million lawsuit after their clash earlier this year. According to TMZ, Daniels kept his promise and made things right as they reached the settlement in their lawsuit over a $2 million movie investment. That's what it was. Both agreed to drop the matter and pay their own individual attorney fees. Now, the money between the two wasn't discussed, but they did agree to settle $2 million fees. And Dame was quoted as saying he was just glad that they could get along for the culture. I'm glad that shit is over.
Yeah. For now, at least.
Yeah, right, for now.
For now.
So Sierra covers the winter edition of Wonderland magazine.
Why?
Have
all
you seen
respect
it?
to Miss Wilson. All respect to Miss Wilson, of course. But I'm saying, like, why? I never heard anybody say, "Hey, you heard that new Sierra?" Like, I haven't heard that in a long time. The question.
You can cover it out.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Yes.
Checking for that new Sierra.
Yes. So make sure you check it out. She's melting the hearts of us all on the cover of Wonderland.
What's this?
Yes.
What's going on with this?
Yeah. So we were talking about celebrities and how they're having to pay like excessive amounts, from Rob paying like kind of $20,000 a month for Dream, and that means spend it for now. And we hadn't talked about Matt Barnes, but I saw this earlier today. How I don't even know who his. I think Gloria Govan, is the mother of his twin.
Yep.
Okay, so he has full custody of the boys, and I don't know what the drama was behind the two of them, but he has Gloria's unfit to raise the boys, so Matt has custody of the boys, and he's paying her $20,000 a month for those boys, and he wants to go to the judge and say, look, according to the algorithm of child support, I should only be paying like $789 a month for these boys. I think you need to reduce my child support. So I think it's fair, simply because he has full custody of these boys. If anything, he needs
Exactly.
to be paying him. All right, so now we talked talked last week about Tyrese's ex-wife, Norma Gibson, how she feels that he doesn't need to get a job because she's out there living her life. And if she wants to, soak up 7 hours worth of child care bills and living her life, then she should be able to do that. Well, the judge says, no, sweetheart, that's not what you're going to do. If you're not working, if you're not trying to find a job, if you're not, anything, any one of those two things, then he's not going to reimburse you for child care expenses. Just because you're running the household or you're running errands, that doesn't mean he's going to reimburse you for child support. So that's a win for Tyrese. He says that he's never mind, paying child support, but you need to at least be looking for a job. And so he does agree with him. And I agree too. No, you're not going to be out here living your best life on my dime. That's not how it works. The child sits at daycare for 7 hours while you're living your best life, or you're getting, manicures and pedicures, and no, it doesn't work that way. Good luck with Tyrese. I agree with the judge on that one. So, HBO. Oh, did you want to chime in, Rich?
No, I'm good. It's about time some justice been served in that courtroom about something like, I want these women to start paying child support in this situation. See, that's why I couldn't do it. Let me get child support. If I got child support, I would show my ass. Let her be late. Let me call her. Hey, you about to pay that little? Okay, if it was $50, and you got that $50 this Friday. Well, no, not today, but I have it tomorrow. I'm hanging up the phone. I'm making me a Facebook just to go, Dad be walking. If y'all see her, Dad be walking. She out here going to the club, getting her hair and nails done. Me and this baby starving. We starving. Dad be walking. I promise you. I'll be the worst. I would be the worst. I don't care if it's $10. We can't even watch Netflix. Because she's too busy taking care of that bitch. It's not her baby. No, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, the Matt case that's crazy. That's yeah. Like, and he was saying, like, it was different when I was playing or whatever sport he was, basketball or football or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He was like, I only bring in like $150,000 a year now. He had all the calculations. He was like, even if you use the child support algorithms now, I would still be giving her $64,000 a year for these my two boys. And I'm looking at everybody's comments. $64,000 a year for child support, bitch. That's still good. But he has full. He still shouldn't be paying your ass shit.
Nothing.
You're still doing good. Take that shit and be thankful. Oh.
He paying royalties on vagina. That's what it feels like to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Shane never even ran a lap around the gym. And then taking care of somebody else with the money. Disrespectful. I hope she get jumped with her dude.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I understand it's a case-by-case, situation. Everything is, and state by state, all states have different laws or whatever, but things are just common sense across the board. It's just common sense. All right. So HBO is set to premiere is documentary on Sandra Bland. If you remember, Bland was found hanging in a jail cell on July 13th of 2015 after being arrested during a traffic stop in Texas. She was known for being very politically active. The Chicago native was 28 when she passed away. Officials ruled her death as a suicide, but the story made national headlines and inspired protesters. Many questioned her arrest and the circumstances surrounding her death. Say Her Name, The Life and Death of Sandra Bland, which is which is set to air next Monday on December 3rd, to focus on her life and chronicle her family's fight for justice and battle with Texas authorities. It will also use nearly 30 video vlogs that Bland had posted on social media, in which she addresses a multitude of topics, including racism and police brutality. So that's this Monday, December 3rd. That will air on HBO. On Wednesday, the 11th, damn. On Wednesday, I'm getting ready for my interview tonight. I got to be stupid silly. On Wednesday, November the 27th, Jordan Peele,
28th,
the Oscar winning, huh?
Wednesday was the 28th.
Excuse me. On Wednesday, the 28th of November, Jordan Peele, Oscar-winning movie director of Get Out. Or was he the producer? He was the producer of Get Out. He is going to be producing a sequel to the 90s horror film Candyman. And he has enlisted Nina DaCosta to direct the movie. Universal will release the movie. Can you say Candyman twice, Rich?
I can't even say it once.
I ain't say it twice.
I ain't even saying it. I'm not even saying it.
Yeah. Well, me neither. But I'm ready to see it, along with Lion King. Trey Songz dropped some new music, 28 and 11. Mixtapes available on all music platforms, so make sure you're checking Trey Songz out. Taraji, damn, I'm just all over the place tonight. Taraji P. Henson, she graces the cover of the recent issue of InStyle magazine, like a boss. Make sure you check out the insert. And y'all know Cookie Lion from Empire. So that's Taraji P. Henson. Now, we mentioned earlier this year that Jerry Springer would be sitting on the bench. We talked about that, right? Talked about, the Jerry Springer show would be ending. So that show is set to end in 2019, and it is official. Judge Judy, you can move over, because the Jerry Springer court show, Judge Jerry, is set for a fall launch. He will be presiding over a TV court room.
What channel do it come on?
NBC Universal, set for a fall 2019 launch.
Okay, it might be something. If it was on Fox, I'd be like, this is about to be some trashy ass shit. And like, this is about to be beyond trash. But NBC, this might be like legit. Like, he might not be on
NBC. Yeah, and that's what people keep saying. It's going to be, because all they know is Jerry Springer show. But again, remember, he was a lawyer. So he was a prosecutor. So I think,
and a mayor.
And a mayor, Cincinnati. So it might be worth watching. Another Empire star, Juicy Smollett, donates $125,000 to different charities, displaying the perfect example of giving back this season. Again, a star of Fox's Empire and the producer of the show as well. He's taken the proceeds from his latest album, Some of My Music, which was released earlier this year, back in March. and donating the money to charities. A list of some of the charities